SoFi Stadium again. I don't think that they liked that. I don't blame them. I don't have a problem with sitting in the cold and watching a football game, but the Super Bowl is not an everyday football game. You know, that you have the celebrities there and the super rich people there, whatever, and they don't want to sit in the cold. Not to mention, it's usually not your team that's in the Super Bowl. Occasionally it is, but for the most part, it's going to be teams you don't really care. I mean, you're going to root for one over the other, I'm sure, but to have your team in it is, you know, a pretty rare event. So these people want to be comfortable, right? So that was what I had put on for my bucket list. Now, Marcy says she would like to see the Taj Mahal. Joe says, I would love a 2-week tour of Europe. I had replied, I would like to live in Europe for an undetermined or extended period of time. And I will do that someday, which means that he will do that someday because he is my husband. Mary Lou says, is it too much to add seeing the Seven Wonders as well as spending time in Europe, primarily Italy? I said, nope, not too much. Plan it. Plan it now. Kathy says, I want to cruise through the Panama Canal and see the pyramids. So I asked her, when are you doing it? And she said she's going on the cruise soon, the pyramids someday. Yeah, there's a lot of somedays when it comes to the bucket list. I get it. But if there is something that you want to be, you know, that you really want to do, start making plans for it. Even if it's in the very beginning stages. Because, you know, life is short. We want to make it as happy and as joyful as we possibly can. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. So I will go on to the blog post. We're going to talk about embracing your age. Yes, I put up a quote. Aging is an extraordinary process where you become the person you always should have been. You know who said that? David Bowie said that. Very deep for David Bowie. Not deep for, you know, he wrote all those amazing songs. So he's obviously a very deep person, was obviously a very deep person. So we're going to talk about embracing your age. It's something very difficult to do, especially since this society places so much value on youth. And it seems kind of backwards when you think about it. Now, shouldn't we want to get to a place where we know what we want and we're no longer afraid to go for it? A place where we finally feel like we know who we are and what makes us happy? Alas, just another thing that seems mixed up in this crazy world we live in. So I read a story about women over 50 who really came into their best lives. It was an article from the Wall Street Journal that is apparently now asking me to subscribe to view it again. So I posted this in the group page yesterday. I'm not sure if you only get a certain number of views per person or if the time just ran out or because it was a sponsored ad. But regardless, I hope you're able to check it out. If not, I'm sorry. I'm sure you can Google it. Women over 50. It was, I'll get the, like I said, it's on the group page. So if you can't open it there, just Google the title of the article and it should allow you to bring it up somewhere else to read it. But I am going to go over some of the stories. So I was able to pull it up again with a little bit of fancy footwork on the Google. So here we go. One woman decided to up and move from the Midwestern state she lived in her whole life to New York City for a new job and an apartment she hadn't even seen before agreeing to rent it. She said she loved it there so much her 4 children, grown children obviously, ended up following her there and building their lives in that area as well. Another woman up and moved to Hawaii since her writing job allowed her to work from anywhere, and now she is a hula dancer. Wonder if she does those little shows that they put on at the luau's. How cool. There were stories of women leaving their unfulfilling jobs to finally start the business they always wanted. One woman decided after raising her children she wanted to learn to play the drums. She joined a band. How cool. Joined a band. And another is setting world records for being the oldest female at age 67 to bike through the U.S., for biking through Canada, and her next trek is to bike through Europe. Wow, 67. It's kind of crazy, but good for her. So here's the thing. If not now, then when? Is there something you've always wanted to do and you just haven't gotten to it yet? Stop waiting. Just do it. If you aren't in a position to do it, then start taking the steps you need to take. Start taking the steps you need that will get you there. I apologize for that. I don't want to say that time is running out, but guess what? Time is running out. You better get moving and planning and doing before you are sick and feeble and can't get out of bed. Do you want a bunch of regrets in your last days on earth, or do you want to be able to say, man, I can't believe I did that? Or, wow, I really got so much more in than I ever thought I would. Or saying something like, I really did live life to the fullest. This is what we should all be striving for. We don't want to play it safe in order to get to death. We don't want to get safely to our death. We want to go skidding in with dirt all over and our skirts flying up. Well, I do anyway. I hope you do too. So what's that thing that's been nagging at you? The thing that keeps nudging you when you spend a little time doing it. The thing you should be focusing more of your time on that will light you up and make you feel complete. Do you need to put some thought into it? Then do that. But I'm sure you'll find that you have known what it is all along. So it is Monday. It's my favorite day of the week after Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of course. So take a little time, do something you love today, and put some thought into how you can do more of it. This is my wish for you today. I want you to have a great week, new week full of possibility, and make today your best day yet.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.